right, this is our study guide for the test we're going to have tomorrow. So, Aaliyah, I need you just to watch the video, follow along, take down any notes you need to know, and make sure you understand all the questions. Question 1 wants to know what line is parallel with NP. Well, if I look right here, I can see that RS is the parallel line with MP. Number 2 wants to know what line is parallel with ST. It's that long one right there. Well, I can look and see that PN is the parallel line for that one. Number 3 says find the missing length indicated. Well, if my long side is a 10, I know if I say 10 divided by 2, I get my short side to be a 5. If my short side is an 8, I know I can just say 8 times 2, and my long side will be 16. So remember to look at the pictures and see if it's getting shorter or longer and to know whether you multiply or divide by 2. We need to set up an equation to solve number 5. We would say x plus 21, that's my long side. It's going to equal, well, it's not going to equal that because that one's smaller, but it'll equal 2 times x plus 14. I'm going to work this out and you can just copy it down. I'm not going to walk you through how to work it out because I know you know how. So you should get x equals 7 when you work it out. Pause it and you can write this down if you want. This one I don't want to do, so I'm going to flip over to the next page. The information on this page tells me that angle 1 is 44. And I want to know how much XVW is, the big one. Well, I know that angle 1 and angle 2 are the same because they're angle bisectors. So if one part is 44 and the other part's 44, my whole thing will be 88 degrees. This one says that ZXY, so the whole thing is 32, and I want to know how much half of it is. So 32 divided by 2, that gives me 16. So angle 2 is 16. All right, this one says I want to know how much angle 2 is if angle 1 is 16. Well, if angle 1 is 16, angle 2 equals 16 because they're the same. On this one, we're going to have to do a little math. It tells me that angle 1 is 4x plus 6. It tells me that angle 2 is 5x minus 2. Well, these are angle bisectors, so I know they're the same. So I'm just going to say 5x minus 2 is equal to 4x plus 6. I'm going to pause it and work it out so we get our x answer. So x equals 8. So now I would like to know what angle GHF equals. So GHF is this big one. So that means I'm going to have to plug that 8 in. 5 times 8 minus 2. That is 38. If angle 2 is 38, we know that angle 1 is 38. And GHF is going to be 38 plus 38 will be 76 degrees. All right, I do not want to do number 11 because it's what we just did. So let's look at number 12. It says find SC if BC is 4. Well, if the whole thing is 4, it wants to know how much part is. Well, 4 divided by 2 is 2. So CS is 2. This one, it wants us to figure out HJ, and we know that MJ is 12. So I know that all I have to do is multiply 12 by 2. I get 24 for HJ. All right, let's look at 14. JK is x minus 2. So the whole thing is x minus 2. SK is x minus 4. And I want to figure out what my x is. Well, to do that, I'm going to take my long side, x minus 2. I can just look at it and see that it's the long side. It's going to equal 2 times x minus 4. I'm going to pause it and work it out real quick. When you work that out, you'll get x equals 6. 15, the directions say that GT, which is the small one, is x plus 7, and GR is 2x plus 3. Well, what do we know about these guys? We know that they're equal because they're both parts. So x plus 7 equals 2x plus 3. I'm going to pause it and work it out. All right, I get x equals 4. Now I want to figure out what GR equals. Well, GR is that 2x plus 3 instead of x. I'm going to take that away, and I'm going to plug in a 4 for that. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11. So GR would equal 11. We are going to skip ahead to 17 on this page. It says order the sides, which means there'll be two letters from shortest to longest. So 64, 63, 53. Well, I know the one across from the 53 is the shortest. So SQ is our shortest. Then the 63 would be the next one. That one's across from SR. And the last one, of course, is 64, and that would be QR. So that's ordered from shortest to longest. Number 18 is the same way, except we're looking at the sides, and we need to figure out which angles are the smallest. So 11 is obviously the smallest. So that line right there is the smallest. It points to angle F. The middle angle is going to be, the middle side is going to be that 12, and it's pointing over here to angle E, which means that the biggest is this 20 that points to G. So those are ordered from smallest to largest. All right, the next one says, state if the three numbers can be the measure of sides of a triangle. Remember, when we have a triangle, the two smaller numbers have to add up to be greater than the big number. So for my small number, I'm going to use 2 and 12. It doesn't matter which 12 you use. So 12 plus 2 is going to need to be greater than 12. 12 plus 2 is 14, is greater than 12. That's true. So yes, I could make a triangle with that. The next one, I'm going to take my two small ones. 7 plus 10 needs to be greater than 18. 7 plus 10 is 17. 17 is greater than 18. That is not true. So no, 21 would not make a triangle. Now we're bumping up to 20. Sorry, I went out of order. The two smaller ones, 7 plus 3 needs to be greater than the 10. 7 plus 3 is 10. Is 10 greater than 10? No, they're the same thing. So 20 wouldn't make a triangle either. So only number 19 would form a triangle. The last thing we're going to do is what we did yesterday and work on finding the possible range of measures for the third side of this triangle. So the first thing I like to do is just draw my triangle out. 9, 6, X. So remember that my two smaller ones, let's just use the numbers, 9 plus 6 need to be greater than X. 9 plus 6 is 15, greater than X. All right, so I use that. I use those two. So now let's do the 9 and the X together. 9 plus X. Now it'll need to be greater than 6. if I subtract 9, x is greater than negative 3. I cannot have a negative measure, so that doesn't work. So let's use the 6 and the x. 6 plus x has got to be greater than 9. X is greater than 3. And now I just take the two possible answers and put them together. 15 greater than x greater than 3. All right. This is the last page of our study guide. We're going to identify these vocabulary terms on a picture. Mid-segment means that a line is divided in half and another line is divided in half, and those are connected. So when you see a cut through your triangle like that, know that it's the mid-segment. Perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular means a right angle, bisector means cut in half. So let's cut this line in half right here. We know those are even halves, and a perpendicular bisector is just going to go straight up and make that right angle. Angle bisector, it means I'm going to cut my angle in half. So those two parts are the same. Median is going to mean I divide this middle one into half, and then it goes up to the angle from there. And altitude is a height, so I'm going to go from the highest peak to the bottom, and it forms a right angle. So be sure you know the difference in all of these.